Hi guys, 732 Review Crew here. I am Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
We're back with Battlestar Galactica Season 2, Episode 15. Now, I'm very curious to see where this is still going, because as of last episode, which felt pretty self-contained, we're just going on the plot lines of the current commander of Pegasus being dead, and there being a little bit of a power vacuum, but also Lee and Dee having a romantic relationship. And Baltar.
I think that's all background stuff. I think Baltar and the emerging faction is really the only thing. Unless something happens this episode, I think that's currently the only route they have to go in.
Which will be
Tom's Eric, baby.
I mean, there is now a nuke in the mix, so that's a good finale material there.
You're right. And I'm very curious to see what happens. So there's only one way for us to find out, and that's to keep watching. So thank you for joining us. We're going to be beginning this episode in 3, 2, 1.
As soon as I get back to Galactica, I'll send a rescue party.
Yeah, right. He stays on the board! I'm keeping him on the board! Nice. That's
nice.
29th day of operation.
Come on out, Scar, you ugly silent son of a bitch.
Scar.
Let's party.
Did they name a Cylon ship?
Cassie. Cassie? What, isn't that her name?
Her name.
Riley's girlfriend?
Hey, does anybody remember the name of Riley's girlfriend?
Karen, I think. Died in PyCon, Karen?
No. Was it Kathy?
You guys, what does it matter?
How does Scar take out an experienced pilot like Bino?
He hides.
He hides behind an asteroid or the debris field that you've ignored because it looked like a bunch of harmless rocks.
Huh.
A nice Stein.
You never want to fight fair.
Mm.
You see, Scar understands
Corners of the
that.
book magazine are cut.
Yep.
And so do I. So that's why I'm gonna kill him.
Starbuck, you can barely walk.
Look who's talking, stim junkie.
Fight.
Die on the
Fight.
ship's enough.
Woo!
That is a...
And a twist.
I got 200 here. Says I nail Scar's chrome-plated ass, and when I do, you hand that Top Gun over to me and pour me my first drink.
Coming in hard! Check the screen!
Okay.
She's just in Trump.
She's dealing with her emotions in an unhealthy way.
Oh, it's not him. It was bait. Oh, he's scarred. That's pretty cool.
You guys mine.
No one sees the other one on Drados?
No rear view.
Check your rear view, yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, and the sun. Oh, he's so smart.
There.
I like that. That's pretty cool. Oh, no.
That's a raider. If Bino had him fixated on his target, he'd have seen that.
Was it Scar?
Yeah. Look at that scar.
There he is, boys and girls.
They've just discovered an incredibly rich vein of ore. Enough to build 2 entire squadrons of Vipers.
Ooh.
I can't walk away from that. The Pegasus production team has just turned out its first combat-ready Viper.
Woohoo!
Drados cannot tell the rocks from the
Big
background,
answer.
so our only reliable system of detection is
Our eyeballs.
we'll be patrolling the area in divisions of 4 at these picket points.
Twos, we're going in sections of 2s. Keg wants us to spread out to control a larger area. It's right here in the briefing.
Starbuck is losing
Right.
her way.
So we do go in 2s.
Scar's probably died and been reborn a dozen times.
Oh.
So what, raiders reincarnate just like you?
What?
That's crazy. But it also makes sense because how
It's
else will they...
literally machine learning.
How else will they... how else will they
With
train the...
basic consciousness
my
and
God.
survival instinct.
Crazy.
It takes months for you to train a nugget into an effective Viper pilot.
You think that's the same one she killed?
Yeah. The one that she went inside of?
You know, there are times when I look at you and I forget what you are.
Huh.
You're like a big sister.
Guess that means Hilo doesn't get any,
Conjugal phases?
yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Be careful of Scar, okay? He's filled with rage.
About what?
Dying's a painful and traumatic experience.
So I'm not a fan of dying.
This is crazy.
All that yanking and banking gives you one hell of a case of vertigo. And that is what this chair simulates.
They have a bucket over there, too.
Hit him, toast him. Go. Time.
Not bad. At least he hit the target.
Yeah, but that's a lot better than I did the first time. I think I took out that clock over there.
So what's the all-time record?
4 hits on the X-ring.
Mind if I give it a shot for old time's sake?
I think they're trying to say Kat's trying to beat on par with Starbuck.
Yes.
Woo-hoo! 5.
Yes!
She's... Hey.
Starbuck, I got no visual on you. Where you at? Forget it, Kat. Scar's mine.
Ah, stupid.
Hey, you remember me, don't you?
She's crazy.
Kat's just another hotshot kid out to make her bones, like you were before you met Anders.
Just don't let the Raiders get anywhere near the miners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you needed a pep talk.
Starbuck. That kid needs more than a pat on the ass and a textbook quote about tactics, okay?
So I either fly him or I ground him and then we go up short.
Phoebe, duck. 4 Raiders from behind the rocket left hand. Don't have enough fuel to mix it up. We bug out, Phoebe.
Negative. Starbuck said to turn it to any attack. Weapons hot.
Your bingo fuel. Don't attack, you idiot.
Duck, be there in 6 minutes. Duck, Cat, 8 minutes out.
Fuck.
Nice work, Starbuck.
What the hell happened to Baby?
You did exactly what you told him to do, Captain. Try to run and you're dead. I heard you. You drilled that into that poor Orland's head. You know what? You and
I know that in 2 weeks, I won't remember his face.
I don't even remember their names.
Names.
Someday, some metal motherfracker is gonna catch us on a bad day and just blow us away.
That's war.
That's why we gotta get what we can right now.
To right now.
Go talk to D, bro.
So why don't we?
Why don't we? What?
Hey! Are they finally doing it? Yeah. Okay.
Hey, slow down.
Oh, jeez.
Trauma response.
Just trying to relive the moment, bro.
I know.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's wrong with you? All right?
Hey! What about us?
There's no us. All right? I just wanted a good lay.
Maybe I am just a quick lay, but Kara, I'm also your friend.
I am hung up on a dead guy, okay? See me now.
I hate that she's assuming he's dead.
Listen, you are fine. You're fine with the dead guys. It's the living ones you can't deal with.
Woo!
Oh my god.
I am so confused at what's going on. Kid barred the door. Literally.
Yeah.
God damn.
Like
Chug,
water.
Chug, chug.
Don't encourage her.
Bro, she's not gonna go to therapy.
All right, Scar, let's see how much you like playing chicken when you can't down like your bitch.
Cylon raiders like to isolate individual Vipers and then gang up on one, hoping to kill it before his wingman has a chance to protect him. Which is exactly what happened to Jojo 20 minutes ago.
Oh no.
Flight schedule had you flying lead for JoJo on that patrol, so...
She was... Whoa.
Captain, is maybe if you weren't up all night drinking, JoJo would have still been here.
Give us the room.
Fight her. Physically fight her.
I like how Kat's like, here we go. It's like, bro,
No, Kat's right.
She's right.
Kat's literally just being Starbuck to Starbuck.
Yeah.
Facts. And she's tied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You see, unlike you, I don't take a bunch of pills and then climb in my cockpit so wired that I can't land the fracking ship.
It happened one time.
You're just a reckless drunk who sends other people out to get killed.
Yikes, dude.
You're afraid that you're gonna end up like that picture of Riley's girlfriend.
Oh!
Punch her back, punch her back, punch her back, punch her back.
No. Starbuck will piss her off more if she doesn't punch her.
Tan Hut, what's going on?
Little tactical discussion, sir.
Right, I'm pairing you two up. Kat, I want you to fly Starbuck's wing out by the big spud.
Sir,
Are you okay?
I feel like someone should ask her that fucking question sooner.
She's putting her up.
Oh.
Poser for this has been good.
Whoa, hold up, Starbuck. You see that?
Oh, yeah, it's gotta be Scar.
Kudos to Kat for seeming like she didn't let it affect her in the mission at all.
Starbuck's doing the same thing, though. Never mind. She's having trauma.
He's a machine. He's not gonna break.
It's not just a machine.
He's not.
He's committing suicide, Starbuck.
She's like Lee. I don't think she cares anymore.
I said it. I meant it.
I like how in the visor can you see just the slight silhouette of the Raider.
The eye, right?
Yeah.
It didn't break off. Wow.
Ooh, he flipped around.
I'm gonna put him right in front of you. Do not miss me, you fracking stim junkie.
Ooh, she did the same thing he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Dead. Nice. Right, you get the Top Gun now.
Oh, look at all the blood.
Yeah.
God damn. They don't show that normally.
Hey, Starbuck! My cup runneth dry.
Oh. Dad's there. She's gonna... No, she'll fill it.
You earned it.
Okay. Is this a passing of the mantle type thing?
I mean, she clearly needs to go back to Caprica.
To BB. Jojo. Riley.
She knows the name, doesn't she?
Bino.
I think you're right.
Dipper.
No, she's going over all the names.
No, she's gonna know
The girl's name.
Yeah.
To all of them.
So say we all.
He just ad-libs that all the time, doesn't he?
He does. He's like, man, there's a lot of tension right now.
So say we all.
What's a fucking thing I say? All right. So say we all.
We all say? Oh, wait, no. So say we all. Yeah, that's right.
Huzzah!
Could have taken out Scar.
Knew she could have.
So why didn't you do it?
Probably would have died in the process.
True.
Bastard was too good. Can't get Anders out of my head. Can't get over this insane hope that maybe he's alive.
Go back for him.
You got something to live for now.
Yeah!
Not just die for.
Dude, Mikey, I don't know why you're cheering, because if you're right, it's even worse than if he was just dead. You're like wishing like hell upon
I'm cheering that she has something to live for.
Yes, but you're also cheering because Anders has a chance of being...
What if it's a Sharon situation?
Yikes.
Oh, that was a cute ending, though.
It was.
All right.
Hilo's a fucking awesome guy.
Hilo
Thank God they didn't kill him off.
Hilo's like,
So
it's
much
so
so.
funny because I feel like he's just genuinely like one of the most morally righteous characters.
The best part, he was never supposed to be.
He really doesn't seem to do like, even though like he hasn't done anything to. He wants to protect Sharon, but he's also like not doing anything he's not supposed to either.
Except that one time he showed
it's not
up.
like he's like breaking the rules.
He showed up with a gun.
I feel like getting a Cylon pregnant is against some sort of rule.
He showed up with a gun.
He's literally in bed with the enemy.
He showed up with a gun.
It happened before.
It's called
Isn't that
treason.
crazy? He showed up with a gun when Adama was walking her to an abortion. He showed up with a gun and was going to pull it on them.
Yes, but
And then Baltimore's like, wait,
because he's like morally good.
Yeah,
because he couldn't let them do it, but he also couldn't go through with using a gun.
And I can't believe that he was supposed to be just a character in the first miniseries, and then he was not supposed to have any other part in this.
Yeah, no, I like his character.
He's a great character. Well, and he helps us humanize Cylons.
Yes, and everyone's gone through so much,
Oh
bro.
my God.
What is it? Like the end of days? Jeez.
I mean, it's 7 months of fighting. You know, it makes sense.
Like the whole world's
They're just blowing stuff out of proportion.
You know, they didn't have anything to fight for. They were all just dying for humanity and whatnot. And I mean, do you remember how in that episode with Hot Dog and I forgot Prax's call sign, Chuckles. It was Chuckles, Kat, and Hot Dog were the new pilots last season after that explosion on the deck, and they were trained. And as of this season, it seems that Kat has finally surpassed Starbuck when Starbuck isn't on top of her game. She's obviously going through a lot of mental trauma, emotional trauma, as well as other traumas, and it's great to see that other members of the fleet are stepping up and proving their worth. Kat, who was talking so much smack, actually put her money where her mouth was and pulled through in the situation.
Totally, but also at the cost of they're clearly taking losses.
Oh, yes. Yeah, and Starbuck was partially to blame for one of those losses. Who knows if it was true when she got way too drunk after trying to hook up with Lee because she was trying to pretend he was Sanders or Anders.
I also think the episode, it's pretty tactically risky because they're pretty much banking on gathering all of this ore to build more Vipers while losing Vipers.
Well, they can build 2 full squads. How much is in a squad?
I felt like this was a big filler episode.
It was.
It might have been, but it also proved it gave us more information, so I can't really call
That's a filler episode.
No, filler episodes don't give you information.
The only thing we really get out of this,
Mike, if you cut this whole episode out, I don't think we would have lost anything.
Yeah, we learned that Cylons can all be reborn, not just humans.
Yes, you're right. That was a big one. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
One line of dialogue for a whole episode.
Yes.
And then for Starbuck, it's setting up her character's current progression of clearly it seems like she's gonna try.
Sure, it went into her emotional trauma.
Yeah. Sure, and then furthering the overall plot of Starbuck's focus is now to return to Caprica,
which we already knew was a major part of her focus.
But we also learned how they're replacing the.
I'm just saying this is a filler episode.
We learned about the fillers.
It's a fluff episode.
Yeah, it's a fluff episode. Maybe
yes. I don't know if that's fair. Fluff, I think, is more accurate because we do get like 5% is adding to.
This was not a plot progression episode.
No,
not really. But it did.
It was enjoyable.
It served to push.
We got some dogfighting.
It was.
A nice
we got Cat's development.
I hate episodes like this though.
Why?
When it starts off.
The jump.
I hate it.
Joe doesn't like when episodes.
I really I hate time skipping like that.
Sometimes it can be great.
Great. Yeah. But like not the whole back and forth.
Especially when it's like a cut.
This episode I didn't mind, but I hate when they spoil the big moments in TV shows by showing you a moment, and then the moment will be like, hey, for example, look, Lee's in space watching the battle. How'd he get there? Let's find out. I mean, sometimes having that type of thing happen in the episode, not knowing it's coming, is bigger shock than seeing it and waiting. Because if we, for example, were watching Resurrection Ship Part 2, and we didn't know that Lee was shot out of his ship like that, when that happened, we would have been like, "What the fuck, is he about to die?" But when we see it start like that, you kind of have like the assumption,
Sure.
going to.
But a flash forward where then they're just showing you the progression to that point.
Yeah.
Fine. But that's not what this was.
This was jump back and jump back.
Back, forward, back, sideways, forward, back. Like I'm not a fan of that structure.
At least they told us how long the jumps were when they did it, so we had an idea. Some TV shows, when they do that, they don't even tell you. They just do it and they change the color.
You're right. Yeah.
Like, if you remember, for spoilers for Firefly.
No spoilers.
Well, if you mention them before, it's usually okay. Spoilers for Firefly: Out of Gas, where they keep jumping to the future, the past, and the present using different colors, which is obviously a great cinematic tool. But I feel like you also didn't like that episode because it was jumping forward, showing you the past, and then showing you the future.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I just explained. I don't like that period. I just don't like the structure.
That's fair. Now, for this...
Man, you're on your referencing game today.
I am.
It's just referencing everything.
So, one thing I like, obviously, is that they're finally having something to live for, or we're discussing it. Starbuck is obviously...
they have Earth.
Well, Starbuck
is what they're living.
Earth was abstract.
Earth was abstract at this point, because it's been about 4 months, maybe, since we've had this situation.
Yeah, but they had a major development of, it actually exists.
That was 4 months ago, though.
Yeah, but a lot of people thought it existed because Adama said so.
Yeah, but they don't know where it is still. It's still like a random shot in the dark. They have kind of an idea of where it is.
That's not true. They do know where it is.
Not totally. They have it's like having...
They know...
They're playing GeoGuessr.
I'm sorry.
They're playing GeoGuessr.
They know what to find to narrow down the search.
Exactly, which in a galaxy is pretty...
Yeah. So they have a landmark.
Now, one thing...
Except it's space.
I like the use of lighting in this episode where the Cylon was flying in the sun. Or the star, I'm sorry. It was flying in the star. And as a result, Starbuck had to go like that. And then the callback was, because they're not just robots. They're creatures that actually have to see. Kat was able to use the same tactic against the Cylon.
Yeah, I also appreciated the Fallout reference too.
I don't get that one. The thumbs up? I hate you. The thumb is bigger than the... now, this was very interesting episode 2 because we saw one thing, and you pointed it out, involving Starbuck. What is she becoming? Or what was she becoming in this episode? Not
Ty.
Is she? Yes. The man she hates. And she's becoming him because she's drinking. Her emotions are...
But there's been parallels of that since episode 1.
Can I throw you another parallel? I thought his wife was dead. Just like Starbuck thinks Anders is dead. Thus, partially the behavior.
Okay.
So Ty was getting a little bit better when he thought his wife was dead, whereas Starbuck is getting worse.
Like he doesn't see his wife all that often. She didn't seem to be around a lot. Thank God for that.
I'm okay with that. We're not going to have to discuss it. We'll keep it out of that. But now that Anders has been brought back up in an episode, I'm glad I didn't erase him off the Cylon board because I feel like he could be a Cylon. Remember, my original thought was because I felt like he was a honeypotted Cylon done to Starbuck. She has a purpose, so it makes sense that if her purpose is something, it's something related to Cylons. Just like, remember, was it number 6 that said that she had a purpose? I think.
I think so. Yeah.
So it makes sense that
she was getting the arrow.
So it makes sense that she falls.
I thought it was the dude.
No, it was
during the interrogation.
Getting
maybe you're right.
Or
you might be right.
I'm wrong about a lot of stuff, so I could be wrong.
You're right.
It was either that scene or when she was getting the arrow of Apollo. Like, because they have a whole conversation before they.
This one was pretty self-contained, like the last episode. So I really don't have much else to discuss. Otherwise,
last thing. I mean, I feel like she's got to go to Caprica to get her closure.
You think she's gonna ditch everybody and go by herself?
I feel like she's gonna try not to repeat the same mistake of just going.
I feel like she's got a pretty good argument if she looked just the president's like, you sent me there for an arrow. I'm just trying to go back for like a couple people.
Now, what would you say?
Yes.
What would you say was more likely to happen first? They find Earth, or she goes to Caprica?
She's gonna go back to Caprica.
Yeah.
No, which is gonna happen first?
She's gonna go back to Caprica.
Wait, what do you mean? Which is gonna happen first?
First Caprica.
I feel like Earth is the end of the show.
Impression once they get to Earth, they should never leave. They should never send a ship out of the. They need to keep it hidden. It's the whole point of why it's even important.
I wonder if they're Cylons actually watching Earth, and Earth is their home.
Earth isn't their home.
Cylon. No, like the Cylons occupied Earth.
No.
I don't know. One way to find out. That's to keep watching. Now, thank you for joining us. If you do enjoy our reactions, make sure to check out our Patreon, which features full-length reactions to this and many other series and movies. Also, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time for Battlestar Galactica. Bye.
Toodaloo.